Welcome back, boys. It is your paradise, which is Amstermadathil of your great Amsterdragnil. Let's get into the next episode. Aren't we looking forward for it? Are you feeling the fire in your belly? Let's see. Look at our grand livery. It's so cool. So we have some few things happening this episode. Something that I should not be getting. I'm not worthy enough, I think. But we do get it. Unfortunately, we do get it. So let's play around. Give some sponsor events so that we get enough acclaim level. I did not boost our driver perspective because I don't know why. Anyways, forget about it. We have some few, and interestingly, we have a Pirelli Hot Lab. It is a new feature.
These events can range from everything from organising charity events to dealing with driver matters. How you decide to handle these will have an impact not only on our resources, but how the press perceives us.
So this is basically the last times what you can say. The old generation cars that you have, we do the invitational events where we get some acclaim points or something like that. That they have changed into real life cars. At first I thought it was interesting, then as I went through it I felt that this is a Formula 1. We need the old cars rather than we can drive these cars in the other games, like maybe in Need for Speed or something else, GTA or whatever it is. We have other places to drive it, but in a track of Formula 1 you want those Ferrari 2004 Michael Schumacher's car, then you have the great Alonso's car, so and so. I was thinking that is much more effective now that I think about it, but yeah, this cars personally I don't feel like having it, but still it's there in the game. We just need to use it, so we either get points, acclaim points, or we get money for doing it. So yeah, race weekend is up. It is our official Saudi Arabia first race. We did not do any of the races in Saudi Arabia for the last game in this my team's career mode. So since it is coming early, we will be having our fun time with it. And guys, I need to say there is a hell lot of interesting overtakes that is being done during this race. Not by me, not much by me, but the amount of overtakes that is. And I also want to say what Arif said in his points, that there are some issues with the practice programs. We only get durability and power. I also see the same issue with my game. That is, we are only seeing power and durability coming in. If I remember in the last race also we had that same thing, but it's a point that is valid to be said to the codemasters that you need to check it. And another thing that I was looking forward was you will see, I will talk to you when we get into that, but the race itself, wow, this Saudi Arabia was completely safety car based race. We did not have any other people coming up. We just had a lot of safety cars because the track was so fast and also high risk track. It's one of the most dangerous tracks, you can say, because the turns that they have is something similar to, I don't know, maybe it's something similar to very fast pace. The sorry, the S curves in what you can say in the Japanese circuit. That is kind of fast. It's something similar to that, the S curves that you have over here itself. But man, this car was flying. My mighty career mode car is flying in this track. It was, and see, what I was saying is that we don't have this. How much is each sector? If you're going for a second time, you don't get to see the that change. So I was not very impressed. I think we had it for the last game in Formula F1 2021, but this game, it is a newly good version, so I expected that at least minimum, because we need to know that we are increasing in the next lap at least for sector times, such and such sector times, and we are getting purple or something like that. At least we need to know. So this time these S1, S2, S3 are just for the sake of it. We don't have any settings, I guess, to turn on that to green, yellow, purple or so and so. It looks horrible. And this parabola, remember this parabola and remember the first turn. That is two most required turns in our complete race, because they both are important. I mean essential. See, this is what I say. I am a bit undeserving because my car is down the drain. So I should be at least fighting for the things that are like in the last 14th place or something like that. But I am getting so much traction in this circuit that yes, we are having a lesser difficulty level, but it doesn't mean that they are that bad. I think, see the S curve, this curve is so beautiful. For me, I was like running through it. I was having so much fun. Even in the practice session when I found out this, I was so much happy, and it was a big advantage in my race. You will see why I said that it was a big advantage in my race. But this lap was something kind of beautiful, I would say. Not perfect. See, I did not hit the apex on that, so it was not completely perfect, you can say, but an amazing, I mean to say amazing lap that I did for the last run, that is Q3, which unapologetically gave us the provisional pole position. So let's see whether we get the pole. Yes, we do get the pole by 1/10 of a second. That is sensational from us. So I think we need to increase our difficulty again. Maybe not for the next race, we will for the race after, because Australia is always been a terror place for me. That last U-turn, oh my god, it is one turn that I don't get it. Master stroke, but still, yeah, I wouldn't say that. So now let's move into our race. The race candidates are looking beautiful. We need to fire in all cylinders, brothers. So let the race begin.
here today on the shores of the Red Sea in the lower Hijaz Mountains to visit one of the newest circuits on the Formula One calendar. We're in Jeddah, home to what we all hope is going to be a thrilling Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Tiger lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Russell, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Perez, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, and Yuki Tsunoda, Gasly, Bottas, Lando Norris and Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, Joe, Daniel Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Latifi and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Okay, now that we've got some good points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Moving on to the race. It is a simple one-stop strategy, and since there's no other strategy going about, we'll be going with the one-stop strategy itself. Everybody else will be going with that, and why don't we just go with it? Yep. So let's see. It's going to be the 5 red lights, and off we go. Sluggish start again, and how does Verstappen get a beautiful run to the front? And there's Sainz inside, and I will not let you get inside. Let me see how he got a stunning start like that. Did he burn his tires? He also burned his tires. How? Wait, is it because I have turned on the, what do you say, the braking assist? I'm foolish. I need to see the flow in this turns are so great that I'm catching up with them through these turns, and I had to brake. But let's see in the midfield what is happening, or rather in the total rest of the field. Daniel Ricciardo losing places a lot, and he's fighting for his place, and finally he gets down to his place itself. So let's see, again we are back in with our perspective POV, and we are coming from outside. Verstappen is holding the inside line, and what a beautiful switchback move to go inside. What a beauty, what a beauty. Oh, somebody's coming inside again. Wow, Ferrari, you just did a great. Let's see from Charles's perspective. I told you this parabola is going to be essential in this race, but he was higher up, right? Like he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he was on 6, so he was having enough, but pretty okay. So what an inside jump from Ocon. He just blasted in, so that took away one of the positions, but we are sitting beautifully. But Verstappen is high on our tail and getting closer pretty fast, and he is very much close. and I did not get a great yeah, entry into that turn, but still we got a great exit out of that curve. Beautiful. Moving into the final position. Good. Oh, that's a horrible turn. That's a horrible turn to take. Why did we even take that turn? That was bad, but still we are keeping a distance of 6 tenths. Interesting, very fast. Let's see our this turns. Okay, beautiful, quite cringy, but still 7 tenths, 6 tenths. Oh, 6 tenths. Oh, 5 tenths. No. Go. Give us that beautiful flow. It was so sweet to go flow, and you will see this. I just left out the throttle, and but in between, Mr. Charles has been working his ass off. Look at this guy. He is not even got the DRS, but he is running for his money. Wow, he overtook without DRS. Ferrari is a beast. Ferrari's performance, oh my god, they are neck to neck. Can he get him? Yes! I told you the first two turns are one of the essential turns again. Oh, this is also an essential turn. I forgot the last turn before getting into this DRS straight. Oh, that is... Look at this. Sebastian Vettel, I guess, fighting against Mick Schumacher. Trying to fight it. Couldn't get it. Interestingly. But fine. We are fine with it. We are going with the roll. And we are seeing a fight in front of us. I think it is Pierre Gasly versus Magnussen. Magnussen has to concede his position, but now let's move back to Charles. Charles is firing in all cylinders to get behind Sergio Perez, and he's at the max. And by the end of the lap, he's trying his level best, but Sergio is defending like a hell. Wow, he's defending very much hard. Oh god, did not get the exit out of it. So in the next lap, just see, he was pushed. He pushed. Oh no, this is Max. Science taking that turn and gets in front of Max. Wow, that's a beautiful way to take an overtake, and he's going again. Max is going for the outside line because he will have the inside line. Does Science stick it outside? He's being pressed, but the wheel to wheel battle has been going on, and it is going for Max. Yes, it has been taken back by Max. Wow. But all this while, we have been taking the forward line. We have been cruising excellently with that.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap.
Yep, boxing this lap and finally getting that pit correct. Come on. Oh, this is where it is going all hell loose. Science almost going to the walls, man. Max, you are as aggressive as last time. So Perez goes inside the pits, and Science trying to overtake from the outside so that he can get the inside line for the next turn, but no. Max pushed him inside so he could not went wide so that he will not have to lose, but that gives George a chance, but George also was closed off. Now it's the pitting time. Let's see whether we get our pit correctly. Last time we were sitting like a duck. There we were like, okay, this is going. Why is the second timer going on? Oh, we had to press the next button so that they do it in very fast manner. And that did give me a great time. So it was 2.7, I guess. But oh my god, that was fast, man. That was really good. We need to improve us a bit, but just watch this. Charles is doing a great job pushing hard, and that makes George a mistake, and Charles has taken the position, and as he moves in, then he finds out an interesting thing. We move in. I was checking out this thing, and when I came out, Charles is behind Mr. George. What happened? What the hell happened? Come on. Show us. Okay. I think Charles had a bad pit. Yes, Charles had a bad pit stop. He did the great work of pressurizing George into a bad move, and he had to concede that position due to his pit crew. Now he has to fight again to overtake this man, and wow, this man flicks. Charles, you definitely have the flicking power. But can he overtake? Can he overtake? He can come back because... Come on, come on. Oh yeah, George is coming back. George is coming back. But Charles has the outside line. He just keeps it in. So that just view from the Lewis. Wow. So now Max is fighting Sainz, and he loses it out. Oh no, he loses it out. So he is backed off. Now Sergio Perez is right behind Max, and Sergio Perez is being pressurized by Charles. Charles is on fire today, man. Charles is on fire. Let's see what he does during this lap, and he's going for the outside. He should be going for the outside line. No, he has to go for the inside line. But I don't think he will be able to finish it up. Oh, there it goes. It is bad. Back-to-back battles on side to side, and finally again Ferrari has to concede. Last time Sainz, this time Charles. And we went faster. Yes, 7 seconds, almost 8 seconds in front of the others. Now I think George is having a look. Oh my god, that is great. Sergio being overtaken by... Oh, Sergio has a lockup. Interesting. And because of that, George's racing line was compromised, and now Lewis just takes it. The experienced driver takes it from the inside line, but side to side battle. Interesting. Do they concede? No. George actually fights it out with his teammate. And oh my god, Daniel Ricciardo on Pierre Gasly just flew through that curve. And Norris, I think, with Magnussen. These three are going together, it seems. McLaren, AlphaTauri, and Haas. Let me tell you, in the real life, these people have not even brought an upgrade, and they have started scoring points. How? Please tell me how. McLaren, who brought upgrades, are still not yet able to get this thing into the points positions. They did in Austria, both were in points, but might as well. Now Lewis is on the tail of George. George is going to be fighting his ass off with this teammate of his. And Lewis has got the better line. Oh my god, oh my god. Wow, George is fighting it out. wheel to wheel battle, but yeah, the outside line is the better one. But in the second last lap, George comes up with a brilliant move to overtake. George locks up. George locks up. But does he have better traction? Yes, he does have better traction and takes home. And in the last lap, I think Mick Schumacher overtakes Pierre Gasly in a very tough moment. This first turn is a very great place to overtake, and he does it. And the more interesting part, we are off to our first win. That's what I said.
Fantastic driver, just fantastic, amazing. You deserve that race win. Well done, mate.
Anyways, I need it. I will take it on any grounds. We get our first win in the second race.
Win today then, after a very difficult race. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top three finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today. So let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Well, that lead at the top has somewhat shrunk today. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, my driver of the day has to be Charles Leclerc. He was unstoppable out on the track today, weaving through the competition with ease.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One, so be sure to join us for the next one.
Yeah, Max takes our last in the last lap, our fastest lap. Yeah, well, I shouldn't be fighting for those. But Oscar, we need to bring our developments to the higher post. So I think we are having some developments coming in for the next race. So we'll be looking forward for that. This race was miracle. I should say a big miracle, because we did not expect to win it. So let's see in the next race whether we will be able to increase the difficulty or so on and so forth. Let's see about that. But before that, we have a small thing to be done. We have an acclaim level of 6. So in the 5 that we have, we can get a new sponsor. So we will be, I think, going for something like an opaque. I think you will be looking through the different sponsors, but we will be going for opaque, I guess, if I am not wrong. But guys, you need to know this race has been an amazing battle for me. But in between that, we have to improve our perks also. So we will get some perks. We will get to buy some perks, and that will help us improve in lot of other things. So now when I was just looking at my jersey, or the driver jersey, I know that it's blue, orange, black, which is McLaren's. I'm horrible idiot. Anyway, thanks for watching my channel. Hope you had a wonderful time. Wait for the next chapter, Australian Grand Prix.